Hello everyone. Welcome to IAS. Let's discuss today's prelims topics. Question 1 with reference to Canary Islands, consider the following statements. 1. They are a French autonomous community and archipelago. 2. Located in Micronesia in the Pacific Ocean. 3. Most populous special territory of the European Union. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The answer is A. They are a Spanish autonomous community and archipelago. Located in Micronesia in the Atlantic Ocean. At their closest point to the African mainland, they are 100 kilometers, 62 miles, west of Morocco. They are the southernmost of the autonomous communities of Spain. The islands have a population of 2.2 million people and are the most populous special territory of the European Union. Question 2 with reference to Global Gender Gap Index, consider the following statements. 1. India has ranked at 127 out of 146 countries in terms of gender parity, an improvement of 8 places from last year. 2. Released by United Nations. 3. Iceland is the most gender-equal country in the world for the 14th consecutive year and the only one to have closed more than 90% of its gender gap. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The answer is B. Released by World Economic Forum. The World Economic Forum, WEF, ranked India at 135 out of 146 countries in the Global Gender Gap Index in the report's 2022 edition. India has improved by 1.4 percentage points and 8 positions since the last edition, marking a partial recovery towards its 2020 parity level. The index ranked India's neighbors Pakistan at 142, Bangladesh at 59, China at 107, Nepal at 116, Sri Lanka at 115 and Bhutan at 103. In India, while there has been uptick in parity in wages and income, the share of women in senior positions and technical roles have dropped slightly since the last edition. On political empowerment, India has registered 25.3% parity, with women representing 15.1% of parliamentarians, the highest for the country since the inaugural report in 2006. Out of the 117 countries with available data since 2017, 18 countries including Bolivia, 50.4%, India, 44.4%, and France, 42.3%, have achieved women's representation of over 40% in local governance. Question 3. Consider the following statements about tryptophan. 1. It is an alpha-amino acid that is used in the biosynthesis of proteins. 2. Humans and many animals cannot synthesize tryptophan. They need to obtain it through their diet, making it an essential amino acid. 3. In order for tryptophan to be converted into niacin, our body needs to have enough iron, vitamin B6 and vitamin B2. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The answer is C. Amino acids, including tryptophan, are used as building blocks in protein biosynthesis, and proteins are required to sustain life. Tryptophan is among the less common amino acids found in proteins, but it plays important structural or functional roles whenever it occurs. For instance, tryptophan and tyrosine residues play special roles in anchoring membrane proteins within the cell membrane. Tryptophan, along with other aromatic amino acids, is also important in glycan-protein interactions. There are two types of tryptophan, L-tryptophan and D-tryptophan. The only difference between the two types is the orientation of the molecule. Question 4. With reference to Ambubachi Mela, consider the following statements. 1. This is an annual Hindu Mela gathering held at Kamakhya Temple in Guwahati, Assam. 2. This yearly Mela is celebrated during the summer season that happens to fall during the Assamese month Ahar, around the middle of May. 3. During this time, Brahmaputra river near the temple turns red for 3 days. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The answer is B. This yearly Mela is celebrated during the monsoon season that happens to fall during the Assamese month Ahar, around the middle of June. Question 5. With reference to Beki River, consider the following statements. 1. Also known as the Kurisu River in Bhutan, Assamese. 2. It is one of the right bank tributaries of the Gandak River, which flows down from the Bhutan region, but a large portion flows in Indian state Assam. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. Both. D. None. The answer is A. It is one of the right bank tributaries of the Brahmaputra River, which flows down from the Bhutan region, but a large portion flows in Indian state Assam. Question 6. With reference to liquid nano-urea, consider the following statements. 1. It is essentially urea in the form of a nanoparticle. 2. Liquid nano-urea is sprayed directly on the roots and gets absorbed by the plant. 3. Conventional urea has an efficiency of about 25%. The efficiency of liquid nano-urea can be as high as 55 to 55%. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The answer is A. Liquid nano-urea is sprayed directly on the leaves and gets absorbed by the plant. Conventional urea has an efficiency of about 25%. The efficiency of liquid nano-urea can be as high as 85 to 90%. Question 7. What are lab-grown diamonds, LGD? 1. They are diamonds that are produced using specific technology which mimics the geological processes that grow natural diamonds. 2. They are not the same as diamond simulants. LGDs are chemically, physically and optically diamond and thus are difficult to identify as lab-grown. 3. Since they are created in controlled environments, many of their properties can be enhanced for various purposes. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The answer is C. While materials such as moissanite, cubic zirconia, CZ, white sapphire, YG, etc. are diamond simulants that simply attempt to look like a diamond, they lack the sparkle and durability of a diamond and are thus easily identifiable. However, differentiating between an LGD and an earth-mined diamond is hard, with advanced equipment required for the purpose. There are multiple ways in which LGDs can be produced. The most common and cheapest is the high-pressure, high-temperature HPHT method. As the name suggests, this method requires extremely heavy presses that can produce up to 730,000 psi of pressure under extremely high temperatures, at least 1500 Celsius. Usually graphite is used as the diamond seed, and when subjected to these extreme conditions, the relatively inexpensive form of carbon turns into one of the most expensive carbon forms. Other processes include chemical vapor deposition, CVD, and explosive formation that creates what are known as detonation nanodiamonds. Question 8. Consider the following statements about pink bollworm. 1. This is an insect known for being a pest in cotton farming. 2. The pink bollworm is native to Asia, but has become an invasive species in most of the world's cotton-growing regions. 3. In parts of India, the pink bollworm is now resistant to first-generation transgenic Bt cotton, Bollgard cotton, that expresses a single Bt gene, Cry1AC. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The answer is C. The female moth lays eggs in a cotton boll, and when the larvae emerge from the eggs, they inflict damage through feeding. They chew through the cotton lint to feed on the seeds. Since cotton is used for both fiber and seed oil, the damage is twofold. Their disruption of the protective tissue around the boll is a portal of entry for other insects and fungi. Thank you everyone. Do subscribe to this channel. Use code SPLIVE to join Unacademy.